If I were talking to a colleague who was going to build a practice, my advice would be to start with a company, an equipment company, who is willing to sit down and take the time to fully understand what they're trying to create. My experience with Anglian has been what I often refer to as a little bit like going to a boutique hotel where you get top-level service from a company that isn't huge, that's a smaller size company, and because it's a smaller size company, they know who you are as an individual. This practice that we're in right now, I set up about 6 years ago. The surgery was about 25 years old the last time it had been redone, and it was really in need of a lot of work. We gutted the entire place and started from scratch.
When we first met Dr. Lack, he had been on the research road for many, many years and had been told, you can have this, and you can have that, and you can have the other, but none of them met his criteria. One
of the things that I started to notice is people were trying to get me to take on board their view of what I needed in my surgery. When I found Anglian Dental, what struck me as different was that they were happy to work with me to allow me to design the type of surgery that worked for me.
This is where Anglian really come into play. We got what he needed. We created it for him.
Working with Anglian was what sold me on using them as a company, because it was us working on the surgery, the design, the layout. This chair had to sit right here, and it had to have the view over Cavendish Square, because I just knew that both patients and myself would enjoy that every day. Some of the special features that we designed together, first of all, were these cantilevered cabinets so that we could maximize the space in the room and have mobile carts that allow me to set up the room in various ways depending upon the treatment that we are doing.
We worked very closely with a specialist cabinetry manufacturer and Dr. Lack to create a mobile dental system so that the cabinetry could come out into play only when required. Patient's finished, all of that disappears out of the way, all cleaned up, and then the whole process starts again.
One of my favorite aspects was the custom-made iPad mounts. It allows me to place the light and the iPad over the chairs in such a way that patients can watch whatever they want to watch while we're working, which really takes their mind off things and calms them down. I would recommend Anglian because they tick all the boxes in terms of knowledge and support and service. For me, the most important element in everything we did was the level of service that I got from the company, both from a design standpoint, right through to the follow-up care.
Equipment service and repair is at the heart of what Anglian Dental do. It's really our foundation. We understand when a practice has a problem, it needs some service work. It's a very stressful and very disruptive experience for the practice. We take it as our responsibility to get your surgery working again.
We have such a good relationship that from day one, Anglian has had the keys to my practice and the alarm code, and in fact, we always comment on how amazing it is that sometimes when we have a problem, it's like elves have come in the middle of the night and they fixed our problem. We show up at 8 in the morning and it's done already, it's gone, you know. The problem's gone away and we can work the day again. I can honestly say, I know it sounds a bit like a fairy tale, that someone would offer you that level of service and would continue to do so, but I can vouch for the fact that it's really happened. I think that if someone wants to build their dream, as it were, they need to work with a company who will follow through with that for them, and Anglian has done that for me.